Hi there, I wanted to make this video in order to expose the fact that Airbnb does not block people who they claim that they've permanently banned from their website. It's so easy to just create a new account using a new name, new email address, new phone number, and this is causing a lot of scams to take place, a lot of fake listings, and a lot of ruined vacations, like what happened to my wife and 10-month-old baby when we went to Paris in September. So here I am exposing the scam artist that got us, and I'm in Paris in Saint-Germain area, and look at this. This listing, which you see on the map, is highlighted here, and then this listing, which is actually the exact same place, is now in a different part of town. And then if you click through, you'll see this is hosted by Arthur, and I have proof of this guy, this same person who, when he scammed us, his name was Ariel. I have proof of a previous account called Anton, and then this other account, his name is Tommy. So I have 4 documented cases of this one guy having 4 different accounts, always using the same pictures. So look at this. You see, this is the place, this is the other listing, it's just a different angle. When I click on the pictures, go through a few photos, boom, same place as in this one. Same photos, Airbnb is doing nothing about it, even though an article earlier this year said that they're combating fake listings with machine learned technology and looking out for duplicate photos. It's just total BS. They're not doing that. This is the actual place that we stayed in, and like I said, I have proof of this place from 2 previous accounts. And Airbnb assured me that they've permanently banned this guy from the platform, but just a few weeks after I got back, I was curious, and of course, he's back on the platform. So I wanted to give you this quick backstory to how we ended up at this scammer's place in Paris. We did our research months in advance, and we ended up at Caroline's place. Here's her profile on Airbnb. And it turns out that she was a super host. It looks like she's lost that status, but at the time she was. And she has 60 listings, which we thought was a good thing, but later we found that's a big mistake because these hosts are doing this purely as a business thing and they don't really care about you, and it's not like this personal home experience that you probably want it to be. So the place that we stayed was this peaceful 1-bedroom in Saint-Germain, Paris. We didn't actually stay there because it was covered in mold. So looking at this picture I'll show you, we walked into the place and the curtains were covered in mold. We couldn't breathe, instant headaches. We had a 10-month-old baby, and we're not going to stay there. So we call Airbnb and they weren't very helpful. They were like, you got to get photo evidence for us to do anything. And that took 5 seconds. I'll show you some other pictures. Let me go to the bedroom. Yeah, here. So these curtains covered in mold. It was on the wall. Then in the bathroom, similarly, these blinds were open and covered in mold. We took pictures. I'll show you them. Here's the one from the bathroom. Here's some close-ups of the curtains. And so Airbnb said, okay, well, find new accommodation. We can't do anything. We'll try to compensate you for this if we can. And so basically they kicked us out onto the street and we were left to fend for ourselves. It was horrible. Finding last minute accommodation is next to impossible. And We were stupid enough to try to book another Airbnb because we wanted a kitchen for cooking for our baby to save on costs. But coming back to this listing, like, it looked like a great listing. She was a super host. It had over 40 4.5-star reviews. We read through all the reviews. Here's my wife's bad review. And by the way, this listing was promptly deleted once that review was posted. We're only able to see it because it's in our trip history, but otherwise you can't go to this listing. She deleted it. And then the other thing about this is, even though we did not spend more than 5 minutes in this place, we didn't touch anything except breathe the horrible moldy air, we still have not received a full refund from Airbnb. They've withheld the cleaning fee and their service fee, even though we provided photo evidence of the mold, and the place we cancelled the stay, the whole deal. They're still withholding money, and now we're in November, 2 months after we tried to stay at this place. It's just horrible. Their customer service is the worst in the world that I've ever experienced. But anyway, this was a quick side note, and now I want to show you more scams going on in London and New York. So next, I thought, why not look in London? See what it's like over there. And it was very easy. Look at this. This blue couch. Look, these are exact same pictures. Again, different parts of town. Look, they're all $304. And you see it gets highlighted over here. So if I hover there, now it's in a different part of town. Now it's in a different part of town. All the same price, all with different hosts. What's the deal? Look at this. Anne, now Timothy is the host. Now Clementine is the host, and her listing is in French. All exact same amenities, all exact same photos, 3 different hosts somehow renting out the same apartment. What's the deal? Okay, New York. I thought to do the same little look in New York. Again, it took me just a few moments to see these multiple listings with the same pictures. There, okay, see that one? It says 700. It's over there, that part of town. Next page. Oh yeah, also that one is a duplicate place. Next page. Boom. Those two. You see, we just saw those on previous pages. I've already saved them. Look at this. Kylie is renting her place out for $350, and then Leah is renting the same place for $400. And I found that I think what the scam is here is they list both places. If the more expensive one gets booked, then they cancel the cheaper one so they can make more money. So scamming the users. And then that other guy we just saw, here's his place for $550, and then same place, same photos, even the same host. This guy's the same host, but 2 different listings. One of them has 8 reviews, the other has 0 reviews. Same photos, different prices. 600 versus 550. Again, I think that's a scam that he cancels the cheaper one so he can make more money. Another thing I found in London is multiple profiles of the same person. Look, Sylvia, same person, different profiles, and in both cases she lists a 1-bedroom shared space and only has 1 picture. And going back to the guy in Paris, how long has he been doing this? Because I have proof of the duplicated listings, all with the exact same photos, 4 times documented in 6 weeks. So what I believe happens is every time he gets kicked off, he creates a new account. And I also believe that he's getting fake reviews written. Look at this. A lot of his reviews are always bad, but the first ones are 5 stars. And there's no way you'd ever give his places 5 stars. The pictures don't look anything like what reality is. The bed was broken. I'll show those pictures. Look, you can see here. The bed was broken. The shower was broken. The place was really not very nice. And he's charging exorbitant amounts and preying on last minute travelers who really want to stay in the Saint Germain area but can't find a place. And then they find his and they're like, oh, he's got no reviews, he must be new, which he is new, but it means he only just created the account. Even as a scammer or criminal, you can just create a new account even if you get deleted by Airbnb. And oftentimes they talk about, like in the media when some big things happen, they talk about that they've permanently banned someone from the platform. But it's BS. They just create a new account, new place, and like we saw in Paris, you don't even need to list the correct address. You can just create a new address every time, and then at the last minute you message the guest to tell them the Airbnb made a mistake with the address. That's what this guy did to us. He had the address next door to the real place, and we thought, oh, it just must be a mistake of Airbnb. So it's absolutely ridiculous, and something needs to be done because people are getting scammed and much worse. And this site is completely unregulated and they are not doing anything to clean it up, even though it's been many years. So here's an article on Business Insider from 2014 that shows that a host was supposedly permanently banned from Airbnb, was back on the site almost immediately. And it's just too easy. So anyway, thanks for watching and let's hope something changes. Thanks. Bye.